Dear students, welcome to this new session. Today we will be talking of next application of operational amplifier, and that is clippers. These are the resources used. Now clippers are basically wave shaping circuits, and wave shaping circuits are commonly used in digital computers and communication such as TV, AM, FM receiver, and lot many more applications. Wave shaping techniques include limiting, clipping, and clamping. This session presents typical circuits that use clipping techniques. In the next session, we will be talking of clampers. In op-amp clipper circuits, a rectifier diode may be used to clip off a certain portion of input signal to obtain a desired output wave shape. An op-amp half-wave rectifier and an absolute value output circuit use diode to remove or modify certain portions of the input waveform. In the application described previously, the diode works as ideal diode, means switch, because when on, the voltage drop across diode is divided by the open loop gain of op-amp. On the other hand, when reverse biased, the diode is off and is an open circuit. So we will be talking of positive as well as negative clippers. So a positive clipper is a circuit that removes positive parts of the input signal and can be formed by using an op-amp with rectifier diode as shown in this figure. In this circuit, the op-amp is used as a voltage follower with the diode in the feedback path. The clipping level is determined by reference voltage, which should be less than the input voltage range of the op-amp. Additionally, since the reference is derived from positive voltage supply, the DC supply voltages must be well regulated. So the figure shows the input and output waveforms of the above circuit. So you can see that the positive half cycle is clipped above the reference voltage. So during the positive half cycle of input, the diode D1 conducts only until input voltage is equal to reference voltage. This happens because when input voltage is less than reference, means the reference at negative input terminal is higher than that at positive. Hence, the output voltage of op-amp becomes sufficiently negative to drive D1 into conduction. Now when D1 conducts, it closes the feedback loop and the op-amp operates as a voltage follower. That means the output voltage follows the input until again input becomes equal to reference. Hence, when input voltage is slightly higher than the reference voltage, the output of op-amp becomes sufficiently positive to derive D1 into cutoff, and the net resultant becomes that when D1 is off, the positive portion gets clipped off. This is when D1 is off, and the output follows when D1 is on. Now this opens the feedback loop when D1 is off and the op-amp operates in open loop. It further derives the output VO dash towards positive saturation. So when D1 is reverse bias, the output voltage becomes equal to the reference voltage. Thus, when input is greater than V reference, VO dash is plus VCC and the output voltage of this circuit becomes equal to the reference voltage. So when Vin drops below V reference, the output of op-amp again becomes sufficiently negative to derive D1 into conduction. This closes the feedback loop, hence the output follows the input. Thus, diode D1 is on when input is less than reference and off when input is greater than reference. So, the output follows the input only when diode is on. The op-amp alternates between open loop and closed loop operations as D1 is turned off and on respectively. For this reason, the op-amp must be high speed and preferably compensated for unity gain. So these are the examples of high speed op-amps: HA2500, LM310 and MUA318. So in addition, the difference input voltage VID is high during the time when the feedback loop is open. That means when diode is off. Hence the op-amp with high difference input voltage is necessary to prevent input breakdown. So in this figure, if the potentiometer RP is connected to negative supply instead of positive supply, then the V reference will be negative and this will cause the entire output waveform above minus V reference to be clipped off. This is as shown here in this figure, and the output follows the input when the input is less than the V reference. So this is the case when V reference is minus 1 volt. Earlier was the case when reference is 1 volt. So in both these cases we can see the positive portion is being clipped, and it depends upon the reference voltage that how much it is to be clipped. So you can see two figures, one is for positive clipper and another one is for negative clipper. So negative clipper is a clipper which clips off the negative portion of the waveform. You can see the diode, direction of diode is reversed in case of negative clipper. So we are just changing the polarity of the reference voltage. So the resultant circuit is shown here. So the negative clipper clips off the negative part of input signal below a reference voltage. So when D1 conducts, that is V1 is greater than minus V reference, and therefore during this period output follows the input because diode is conducting here in this range. However, during the negative portion, the output below minus V reference is clipped off because diode is off. So in this circuit, if minus V reference is changed to plus V reference, so this is the output. So you can see in both these cases the negative portion is clipped here and here. So the diode D1 must be on when input reference is greater than minus V reference and off when input voltage is less than minus V reference. In the next class, we will be talking of next application of op amp, that is the clampers.